Well, giving a quick rundown of what's going on in our garden. This area right here, I don't think we've showed it before. This is our goldfish pond, and there's some water lilies planted in there, and you can just see them starting to sprout. It doesn't look the greatest because it gets probably the least attention of anything in the garden, but it's there. Not that bad. Little froggy spitting away. And over here we have our hostas, and that one's been blooming. This is our water garden. Here's our lettuce patch. It's doing really well. Some of it can be harvested. Look at that, all thick and lush. Here's our herb bed with our phlox and nasturtiums blooming. Look at that. Nasturtium blooms. Everything looking really, really well. Our rosemary and sage and thyme. Another nasturtium over in the corner. Here you can see some more nasturtiums blooming and some getting ready to, and some Shasta daisies that are budding and fixing to bloom. One of my wife's favorite flowers. Everything looking all green and vibrant and healthy. Here is our cardinal and cypress vines that we planted in the pots. And you can see, excuse the movement, on this one, see how the little fella's already reaching up and grabbing hold of the trellis? Just what it's supposed to do. Back here with our apple trees, some bachelor buttons and stuff planted around the bottom. Look at our bee balm that I transplanted this year. It's just going crazy. There's another little patch. And here, cantaloupe patch. Looks like it needs to be thinned out some pretty soon. Well, it's looking good. Look at that bee balm stretching over there. This, believe it or not, is spinach that we've let go to bolt. Hopefully spread some seeds. It's in there with our little rose. It's not blooming anymore, but it's still there and healthy. You see a couple of faded blooms there on the edge. You see this? This is what happens when you let a head of broccoli go too long. Really pretty, but inedible. There's another one that's fixing to bolt. We got some smaller ones that need picked. Look at that. That's our first round of broccoli. We haven't grown it before, but I think it's not doing too bad. Here, we have some hibiscus that are budding and getting ready to bloom. And look at this. We have peas. Isn't that something? So proud. We got some beans growing in front of the peas. A couple of extra tomato plants that we had nowhere else to put. One that needs support. Look at that. It's getting huge. Some more beans. More peas. Look at these. It won't be long, these will be ready to eat. Here's our dahlias. Still going at it. Some more beans. Here we have our cucumbers. Look how good they're doing. Really happy with those. They look really healthy. In here is where I had to go wading in the mud and planted 2 rows of okra and a row of green beans. I don't see any coming up yet, but I know it's just a matter of time. It's been raining and raining and raining, so it's going to be a little while. Look, you still see the footprints. Bigfoot planted our garden. Here we have our pepper patch. Look at this. I'm going to give that another day or two, but isn't that nice? We have some little jalapenos. No, there's a little banana pepper. Now, it's a hot banana pepper. Haven't tried those, so we're going to try them this year. Plants are looking really well. Right next door, we have our squash. Look at those plants. It's coming along really nice. Now there is a leak. There's a leak in my squash. Now, we've had really shady luck with leeks. So wherever we found one, we just let it grow. And there you go. It seems to be doing pretty well. Here's another couple of rows of green beans. They're pole beans, going to grow up this trellis. And back here, another couple of leeks. Like I said, we just let them grow as they will. Up here in the front, that's some more bee balm that we transplanted. Seems to be coming along good. In here, barely visible, is our hydrangea. Now I moved it to this area earlier this season, and it seems to have taken root and be doing real good. Look how healthy the leaves look. There is a wisteria. My wife really wanted it. I'm hoping it don't bite us in the butt. Here's our native honeysuckle that we foraged. Look how pretty that is. And most of the blooms have gone off of it for now, but still a really pretty plant. Here are our tomato plants that are in buckets. And you can see they're looking a little under the weather. Well, we just figured out that in these buckets have drain holes so they don't get waterlogged. Even with all the rain and everything that we've had, they don't retain water. So they've been starving for water. That's why they look kind of peaked. We're hoping to nurse them back. Here's our in-ground tomato patch. See, they're all looking really well. Show you this real quick. Look at that sucker. I'd say we're doing all right. There's some little aromas coming on. Got tomatoes coming everywhere. There's our asparagus patch. We're pretty much letting go to seed, hoping it'll spread more. Another couple of tomato plants. Look at our strawberry patch, man. Oh, that ain't nice. See them all in there. Doing really good. And right next door, look at this garlic. Now I've told y'all before, that's just garlic I bought from the store, divided into cloves, and planted. Look at it. Got a patch of garlic. This is what I call my primal garden. This is some lamb's quarters that I took out of one of our herb beds, and they were about 3 inches tall and transplanted back here, wondering how they would grow. I call it primal garden because that's the way gardening started. They found a plant that was useful and moved it to get it to grow where they wanted it to. And that's exactly what I've done here. Look at this. Look how tall those guys are. They're about 2 foot tall now. A couple of years ago, I brought some prickly pear cuttings back from West Texas. Big, huge prickly pears. Gave them to a friend of mine and they planted them. And I just went out and got some cuttings. Sorry. Find us some Texas prickly pear. That's what we call them. They're huge. And while I was there, his wife sent this to my wife. Isn't that the cutest little lamp? I thought it was pretty cool.